Oh,
Hi.
kidding. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
¿Qué tal? I'm trying to connect the phone to have. Yeah. So
we're back.
we're back.
It's the second episode with the amazing Sarah and Leela, and we're so happy to have them back again. And last time was so wonderful. I'm just like, I wish I had a box of candy here that I could just sit and watch. Or blueberries. Blueberries. Much healthier. So, now that being said, let's get them in here. Yay!
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Welcome.
Thank
Hello.
Now.
Leela. Hello, Estefanía.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello. How is everybody? I want blueberries.
Oh no.
So far, so good. As they say. Peter will be here shortly, huh? Don't worry.
Oh, he left.
Well, he had to close. He had to close the door outside, so he's whistling to Jackson.
¿Qué tal?
So bien.
Good.
So where are we again? We're in France, Spain, and
Norway.
Norway.
Who's in Norway?
Spain.
You there? But you're there now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were staying. Oh, wow! How about that?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means I have to speak louder.
Yes.
You're further north.
So we know where we are, but there's people joining the video, and I think we did that a long time ago. They can say the name of the country they're in, and so we can see where is in the chat.
Who
Well,
is
well,
where?
we have a heart.
Yeah,
we
from
have a heart.
Shashti is in Norway too.
Wow.
She's the founder of the Tickle Toes Tap School here.
Oh,
That I took over last year. So she run it for almost 20 years, and she's giving me the honor of pushing it forward.
that's wonderful.
So she's a tap mama here.
Kurt.
Wow, cool.
Kurt is here.
Kurt. Hi, Kurt.
Kurt, where are you?
Oh, it's in YouTube.
Nice.
Kurt. I can't see him.
Well, you won't see him. He's just following.
Oh,
Yeah, it's following, but
okay, Peter.
he's writing. Spain.
Spain, Saretta. Buonasera. No, that's Italy.
Well, she's from Italy.
Ma sì,
So-
Machiavelli.
No,
Anyway, okay.
We all have our comfort jugs of water and tea.
Oh,
Yes. That's how it's supposed to be on Saturday night.
yes.
please.
Little glass of champagne. Oh, sorry.
Slovenia.
Hey?
Hello, Katja
Oh,
from Slovenia.
how do,
Germany, Slovenia. Nice.
how do you see it, Leela? How did you see that?
It's on the side. Heidelberg, yes, Kurt. I know Heidelberg.
Up here on the list?
On the
On,
right
yes.
side of the
Side.
screen
Yes.
I need glasses.
where it says public.
Oh, yes. Kurt is here. Saretta Machiavelli. Dorothee Strack. Who's that? Germany. Katja. Hello,
Germany.
Katja.
Wow.
Hello,
Germany is
Yoshi.
leading.
From Slovenia. Kurt Albert is here from
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg. Okay, and
And
Yoshi Maruka is from. Hi, Yoshi. He always comes. He's so faithful to the dance.
Melody.
Hello,
She made
Melody.
it. Ooh, that was echo.
Melody Lander. Oh, from London.
Nice.
Yeah, she's the one leading the tap jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
right.
And
That's
many
right.
more
That's
things.
I don't know. I'm not sure I've met you, Melody. Have we ever met?
Me neither. We're like this lockdown put us in touch.
Oh, well, see. One of the.
Yeah, this lockdown is doing like good things. We have bad things, but also we have good things.
Of course.
Germany, what
Linda.
happened with Germany?
A lot of
Linda.
people from Germany. That's nice.
Oh,
Guten
Linda.
Abend, Alex.
Linda Hilfrich. Yes, very good, very good.
Hello, Joanna.
Joanna.
We just do this all night. Say hello to the chat thing.
To see it's far away. Joanna Serrano. Hello. She gave a smiley face. Melody is there. Leela.
Ah, okay.
Whoa.
Then yeah, I remember. That's a long time ago.
You were able to, you read it? What's written?
Yes, we met briefly in London when
Yes.
with
I have it
Junior
here.
when I was in Stomp. Indeed,
Wow.
2000 something. Ah,
Amazing.
Portugal.
Hey.
Fantastic.
Portugal. Melody's back. Unfortunately,
Meeting.
you're
He
meeting
hasn't
me
had the-
now, Melody. It's okay.
It's
Soon.
virtual, but it works.
Soon we will be able to travel. That will happen.
hopefully, yeah.
That will
Missing the
happen.
international
travel,
workshops
tap
and
travel.
festivals and
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Soon. Soon. So we go.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm fine
Sure.
here, but
We have audiences from all over Europe. It's lovely.
Yeah, that's
Love it.
nice.
that
Who's the
makes sense.
first? Who's on the top? I can't tell.
Who's on the
What's-
top? Kurt?
Kirsty.
No.
Kersti, that's
Another
the
name. Let me see.
Tap Mama I told you about.
What's how do you pronounce her name?
Kersti.
Shasti.
Yes.
Nice, different name. Beautiful.
Joanna
Okay.
was in my class and can't feel the legs.
Yay.
We're like hitting the floor 1 hour ago.
Listen, for tap dancers, we're kind of like very. Let's get it going.
Yeah, come on now.
Shuffle, shuffle,
Yes.
shuffle.
So I think we talk about many things.
Estefania, I
Yes.
have a thought to get it going. Okay.
Oh,
We're four of us for the moment, huh? I'm gonna throw out a riff, huh? With my, not with my feet, with my voice. And then answer. Let's see what happens. Okay?
All right.
Yes? Should I start? You go
Yep.
next? Okay. Padat do de pe padu do de da pa chuke pa pa di ah.
sa buka siki gitu pupa fria kuka kiti kuka.
Kuka, 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 tutupa, pra, ku, kupak, pu, pu.
Chickadee ka. Chickadee ka. Chickadee ka 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 ka.
Cha cha ka chike oh. Cha 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 ki oh.
Oh ka siki. Oh kataki kuka.
It's so cute. We should be doing this with our feet.
Yes, please, for the whole hour.
I have an awful echo, so I hear everything like 4 times.
Okay, then we won't do it. Okay.
I tried to plug it in and out. I don't know what's
This is
going on.
called Tap Madness Live. It's okay.
That's a
So-
great thought to start.
Yeah, we can do it again. Diddly 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 ba pa pa da. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll throw out a riff like this, okay? And you just very simple. And you try to figure out what the steps are. Just one, okay? I have to think how I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Diddly diddly tit tit diddly diddly ta ta.
Shuffle here, step, step. And shuffle here, step, step. Step here.
I'll say
Step
riff.
big.
Now what you said,
I'll say
rhythm.
Dig it.
not riffle, shuffle kill. Okay.
What? Another one? Yes. No? Tell me.
So
What's happening?
Okay, questions.
questions? We have
Or
questions. Oh well, we can talk.
no,
too.
you were gonna say something before.
Yeah, I was trying to say, like on the past episode, like we mentioned a lot of things. I think just like random, like around the same topic, but really like different points in your lives. So I have my own questions, but maybe there's people that been in the past talk that been thinking in these 2 weeks and they want to have.
And anything, just go for it. Let's go.
Yeah. So just mention everybody, like any questions.
And also,
Ta-da.
who are we directing the question to?
Yes.
This way
If
we
not,
can
we will be
answer.
like, no, you, no.
No, because others we can answer quickly. Otherwise, a lot of
There's
people
already a
wait.
question here.
Yes.
Yeah, we have one to start. That's great.
Let's go.
Sarah.
We can all answer it.
Sareta, yeah, Sareta, she says that when you teach tap, and if you think there is one, what is for you the most important thing to teach?
Great question.
Sarah, you start.
No, I'm gonna end.
Oh, you're gonna end. Oh shoot.
Go ahead.
So-
go ahead.
Pretty obvious.
Come on,
Um,
answer.
Leela.
well, I guess it depends. I was gonna say it depends if it's what the audience is. I'm saying that because sometimes I teach if it's just tap or if it's the other type of workshops I teach where it's tap and body percussion, just more percussive dance for people who don't tap or don't dance at all. So it's two different things. For those people, for like a general audience, it's really just the trying to establish an interior pulse that is so present that it permeates everything, and that everything then you do stepwise or rhythm wise is there. If it's and then tap, I don't know, tap, if it's just purely tap class or something like that, I guess it depends on the level, but same thing for me. It's really just keeping time. basic vocalizing, keeping time.
You know what I need? That's good. We're all talking, but I think we need to repeat the question every time.
If not, we're
Because
like,
no, because sometimes
'Cause we get off track.
ourselves go off on
Yes,
an angle. Oh,
yes.
what was the question?
Sure.
So
yes.
Let's
So-
jump
what's
to
the question?
Yeah, what is the one, if there is one, what is for you the most important thing to teach?
And next.
Yeah,
go ahead.
whoever.
Go for it.
I'm lately like not focusing on one thing. It's in the same class, in the same session, I can go through or steps or rhythm or technique or history or expression, like movement. So I'm trying to move around the whole like all the sections that build tap dancing. If you're missing one of them, so I'm trying to go with all of them at the same time in the same session. But of course, they're like small chunks of everything. But yeah, I'm not thinking there's one more important than the other. That's my thought.
Can we repeat the question again?
Ta-da.
So when you teach tap and if you think there is one, what is for you the most important thing to teach?
When you teach tap.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question also. When you say when you teach tap, what is the most important thing? When you teach tap regularly, when you're starting with beginners, when you are, can you make your question a little more specific?
Yeah, because it's true. It's quite dependent on who's
Well,
in
because
front of
we're all
you.
different. So maybe whoever asked the question, can you please
Sareta.
ask it again with more?
Yeah, it's Leela started with this thing that it's important to know which is your audience once you're teaching to.
Yeah,
Because
then
if you
it's-
go to a beginner and you go with the whole thing,
yeah, of
they will be
course.
scared. They will be like, oh.
I mean,
So
I
just-
would say
Can I say something, please?
Yeah.
Just to make this the Tap Talks roll better. when we have a problem with the question, I want to understand the question better. You know, otherwise I'm just giving an answer to something I think was asked.
Yeah.
So let's formulate this question, please. Whoever did that again.
Well, if she's
Yep.
still there.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're there.
Regular
Where are you?
classes.
Question
Regular
asked.
classes.
Regular classes. Which kind of level?
Well, I guess she means all levels. But
All levels?
I think maybe it can be also a general. I guess maybe Sareta means, I don't know, like, because some people focus more on technique, that's the most important, or
Okay.
Yes.
musicality, or I would say for me, if there was one thing really, it would be perhaps movement. You know.
So I'm going back to the question again. If there was one thing that I had to teach, what would I teach?
No, that you feel is an important. What's
Most
the most important?
Okay. Answers? I can come anytime. Go, Estefanía.
You go. You go, Sarah.
If there's one thing I had to teach, what would be the most important thing? I think basically listening, perhaps not immediately to music, but listening. I would teach listening. I would say we're standing, we're tap dancers, we have toes, we have heels. And for me, toes are not like toe taps. I put a rhythmic sound to that. In other words, toe, heel, for me is ti-ta, ta, because the heel is bass for me. Treble, bass. So now I'm thinking I can also say toe, heel, step, kick. That's showing you a step. Now I want to rhythmic it. So what does it mean rhythmically? For me, how would I even ask the question, or pose it or express it? Something. Tita, okay? Tita. I'm not going to show you my hands. Now you tell me later what it is, okay? Okay, here I go. Just for information, I would teach to the beginners or to advanced or anybody the sounds we make with our taps. I'm not interested in steps. The steps I will put together when my rhythms are there. Many rhythms put together and we need movement to make a dance, then I'll go into a dance. So for me, beginners, intermediate, advanced, toe, like a drummer, I'd say toe, 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 toe. And I'm saying toe. The sound of it would be ti, 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 ti. And then I'm saying this sound, ti, 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 with the toe tap is a treble sound, treble. Then I'm saying, let's go for a bass sound. I'm coming. Ta, 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 ta. It's the same thing for me. I was born and brought up in India. So it's the same thing like playing the tabla or playing the drum. I'm saying, ti, ta, ti, ta, ta, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta, ta, ti, ta, ti, 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 to, 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 ti, 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 ta, 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 ti, ta, ti, ta. So I like to introduce immediately rhythm into the body. Then steps and you learn by heart and you go and everybody has a different name. It doesn't interest me. I mean, this is just me, okay? So I believe tap is rhythm. It has served me my whole life to be able to dance the way I want to dance, to be able to dance with musicians I love to dance with, and not have any particular movement. I want to be free in my dance. Unless we're doing something together. Then, like when I'll dance with Leela or we four will dance together, maybe we'll do this exercise later verbally. When we four have to dance together, there has to be something that comes together, like musicians. So I basically treat tap as rhythm. Basically. Then, of course, it goes on to other things. Movement, tap dance. We always say, hey, let's tap. What about tap dance? Hey, let's tap dance. And don't forget the dance. Because it's easy to do rhythm, but we're talking about dance. So it makes me not annoyed. It makes me, when people say, oh, but we love to tap, that's great. I love to tap too, but I love to dance. And if you don't dance, you're not tapping. And if you're only tapping, you should be dancing too. Tap dance. Okay, that explains it for me. We can go very far with this. Keep going with each one with rhythms. It's interesting. Let's do rhythm. I'm going to throw a rhythm. Whoever wants to reply. Okay. For me, basically, to beginners, I would say, like I said, if I'm playing on, even with my feet, if I'm playing with my taps, I'm saying, how would I say the sound? Like I said, T, 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 da, 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 da. Riff, pra, pra. You can imagine what your sound is, no? If I just say riff, okay, let's do a riff. I want to say pra, because maybe I want to say ti, tu, ti, ti, pra, pra. It's there for me rhythmically. Okay? Tell me what you want to do next.
Wow.
Let's
It's Iselin, no? Iselin, you need to answer too. After that.
There's no way to follow that. I mean, I loved some of the things you said, Sarah, about like you want to be free when you dance. That's the number one thought, I think, with everybody who loves dance. It's
exactly
what you want to achieve. It's beautiful.
Excuse me, just 1 second to add to that. Don't get me wrong. I love doing a whole show and choreography too, because more than one person dancing, you have to have things that go together. I mean, okay, keep going.
For me, when I teach, I mean, I have my set of things that I always kind of try to focus on in class, but picking one thing is hard because it's different elements that is gonna make you great. And I mean, you cannot be free as a dancer unless you have an understanding of the music and the rhythms, or you have an understanding of the technique. So it needs to be a good balance there. But I think like two things I personally focus a lot on when I give classes is the rhythms, that you have an understanding of the music or the rhythms that you're creating, and also the body language, because I come from a background where I also have been doing tons of other dance styles, and I still do. And when I watch another tap dancers, I love the ones who really move, who express themselves not just through the feet, because unfortunately there has become some trends where you are amazing technicians, but it doesn't give me anything. Like watching them, it's not necessarily the best technician that is gonna make me cry if I see them or get me chills. So I love when tap dancers also dance. So yeah.
Well, it's a full expression, no? It's
Continue your thought, Leela.
well.
What do you mean by it's a full expression?
It's every. I mean, it's not just technique. It's what you have to, what you express. You know, what the eyes express, what people say, what the hands express, what the body expresses, the feet express, what you hear, what you see.
Sure is.
My feet look at me.
Yeah.
I like full expression. That's it.
Mitch is here. I see.
Hello, Mitch.
There's another question. Let's see.
Bring that in.
When you are
Petra is asking, when you are performing in a band without a drummer, let's say piano, bass, trumpet, how do you navigate keeping time and soloing? And how do you not distract when one of the other instruments is taking a solo and you're just keeping time as a tap dancer?
That's many questions.
That's many questions.
I mean, I'll see the first one. When you are performing in a band without a drummer, let's say a piano, bass, trumpet, I would say I would remove the trumpet and I would go with the piano and the bass. I don't need a drummer. I don't need the drummer. I'd love to have him, but I don't need him. So if I can have a bass, I can walk and I can dance. That's why they say walking bass. It's not big because we want to walk with it, the melody. I would not take the trumpet because it's a solo. No, because it's a solo expression, very strong. That means what happens if a trumpet player is playing with me, he's going to play the melody all the time, which means I don't mind if you play one chorus. Give me an idea of what the tune is. It's not that I don't like to dance with that. That's another story. When there's everybody playing together, it becomes hopefully a good musical expression. Peter said something interesting. What, Peter? Put your hand on.
Jimmy,
Come forward. Because we.
Jimmy used to always say, "Don't look at my feet, look at me."
Yeah.
Yeah. And that goes back to your body language and the pleasure of the person supported by rhythms and music and not just steps.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because
I have a thought about.
I just want to ask something there, follow up, because Peter, you're a photographer,
Yeah.
right? So do you feel that you see tap dancers in a bit different way maybe than what tap dancers look at?
That's a good question.
Well, there are a few prerequisites to taking pictures of tap dancers. First of all, you have to have a knowledge of the dancer, what their movements are, what their body language is,
Move in a bit, Pops.
and what their stage personality is. Yeah, and then you have to know pretty well what the tune they're dancing to is, and how the band is laying out that tune to support and excite and give the dancer momentum. And when that all comes together, you take the picture. Many photographers just sit in front of a stage or wherever they are and they have a motor and they just take pictures. I grew up in a universe where I had 35 images on a roll of film, and you couldn't waste one of them. Yeah, so you just waited and followed the dancer and followed the music and saw their expression until that moment came where they went, and
Where
they
there
did
was
their
magic.
thing, and they did their magic.
It's a magic.
But you were saying too. I mean, are some dancers harder to photograph because?
Oh yes.
Because
Some
it's.
dancers don't move and they're clumsy. I mean, especially the.
Don't name anyone.
You don't have to mention it. Don't.
Yes, I won't mention anybody, but you know, when people are just doing technique, however marvelous it is, there are very few moments where it's interesting to see because you're just overcome by all the blah blah blah, all the noise and the sounds they're making. And most of those type of dancers, I mean, a lot of people do that plus other wonderful things. You know, it's not that, but that's always a difficult moment to capture because there's nothing special happening visually. I mean, there might be great technique, but visually they're just standing in the middle of a stage or moving back and forth a few meters and just doing their arithmetic exercises. So,
I'll just add a little thing to that, Estefanía.
No. This is just like, yes.
Yeah, because
Okay,
what I say to in every class, whether beginner, not advanced, private, sound, not noise, sound. What is your sound? Not what is your dance, but you are tap dancing. So what is your sound? So I always teach through sound. And of course, it's lovely once you get your students or dancers conscious of what they're putting down, even though it's a very complicated step. Don't take me wrong. I also do a lot of choreography. I mean, you put steps together for the dancer, but it's all based on sound. Sound is, for me, the dance of sound. Tap is the dance of sound for me. So it's also a beautiful dance, so.
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
No, just
You can take away something too. I don't care.
no, it's about Petra's question before
Yes, sorry.
about navigating between whatever with working without a drummer, basically. I was
Yes.
just thinking that for me, sometimes who's worked sometimes with just Karim on guitar and whatever 2-3 instruments. I guess sometimes you have to decide if you're the one laying down a rhythm so that the musicians can groove off it, or when it's the opposite, when they're holding something down, laying something down for you to have fun on.
So
that's
what
how
would what would the question be in that case?
Well, no, I mean, that's one way that's the way I
Yeah.
do when I work without drummers, because you're the rhythm section. So you have to be, and I think to go further, I feel like you'd have to be pretty solid in your dancing rhythmically and everything to jump into that challenge of not having a drummer keeping time for you.
Yeah. But you see, I think going back to the roots of tap and everything, it was very, I mean, the drummers and the tap dancers came together at the same time, meaning they always had the musicians. And even if it's many people dancing, many dancers dancing together, dancing together, it's great to have a drummer keeping time.
Well, of course.
When you're alone, okay. Yeah, when there's not, you say somebody is keeping time. I personally, I base my time on the bass player, basically. I could do a whole thing with the bass, and if the drummer can come in and touch it up and make it, and not be there. I've danced with drummers who I said, thank you, I finished, I'm gone, because drummers do that. They bang the drum, And I have been lucky enough to slowly get with drummers, young drummers and young bass players, and doing things together, and where they begin to realize that this tap dancer is not just jumping up and down and wanting a certain song. This tap dancer wants you to keep time, listen to the dancer. So there's a communication. For me, it's all communication. It's not for me I'm dancing for me. I'm dancing personally, but I'm dancing for you. So I have to bring all these things in to give you the best I can. This is just to make you think, It's not telling you have to do this, this, this. What's nice about tap dancing is you can do a lot, anything you like.
Jackson's photobombing this tap
talk.
talk.
But it doesn't have time and rhythm. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that Jackson is in the middle of the screen.
Oh, it's like sometimes like doing like, yeah.
Oh, that's right. It looks like a bag of whatever. You should be coming in the middle, Peter.
It's fine. Sorry.
No, but I just realized.
Excuse me, I shouldn't have.
I can add to this too, I think.
You're welcome, Petra.
Because you're leaning back. That's good. Sorry, Jackson.
No.
I think I can add to this because I'm not working regularly with drummers and bass players. I'm working with electronic music, but I'm composing this electronic music. So there's moments that I'm saying to the composer, just giving like the one beat for one bar. So I'm doing the rhythm. So I have the space for that. Or once the music and the rhythm of the music is taking the control. So it's very interesting. And also we're finding sounds that they're not hiding tap. Like we're finding the ones that they're amplifying tap and not like the same tonality or something like this. So we're trying to find the space for that. So yeah, it's interesting. Like in all kinds of music, you can work in all the things that we said.
Does anyone in the audience want to ask a question or add to that?
Dinah said something, but not.
Dana, yeah.
Dana said to Peter when we were talking about the photo, she said, what you describe is one reason I love to photograph tap dancers so much. It's like a loving challenge to capture my peers at their best and to predict it.
That's sweet.
Because Dana dances as well, so you can probably
Dana's a
Peter knows
photographer.
music, so he can anticipate, and I imagine Dana has that quality too.
It gives a big advantage.
Yeah,
I'm also a photographer, like in case you didn't know. So yeah, I'm the one who takes all the photos for Stockholm normally and stuff like this.
Oh wow, that's right. That's where we met, no? What?
Yes, that's right.
That's what you were
where we
saying.
met.
I said, oh, Stockholm. What? Yeah, of course, of course. Oh, sweet.
yeah.
So
And
no more questions on the chat. We have questions too. I'm finding them because I wrote them. But that was my week. Like this past 2 weeks, I was like rewatching the video and
wrote to you.
and writing things down for all the things that we mentioned, and we could maybe not dive in. It was like just like superficial things, and it's like, oh, we can go there. So that's how I roll.
I like your
There's another
all
question.
these things you do. It's like,
We
It's
got another
intense.
question.
Oh,
Saretta
okay, you go first because I'm searching.
Saretta is
still.
asking, what is the role of a tap dancer dancing with live musicians? Do you see yourself more as an instrument, as a soloist, or both?
Good question.
Depends where you're setting.
Answer it. You're all tap dancers.
Do you see yourself more as an instrument? For me, the thing is the full expression we were talking about. It's not just an instrument because I'm a human, so they need to see me fully dancing. So I'll not say instrument, and soloist or the same we were talking with Petra. Once there's no drum, no rhythm section, so you set what you want to do with the musicians. If you want, like, okay, I will accompany you in this part, I will do the solo here. So I think there's something about the structure that you're planning, and also this thing that I don't feel myself an instrument, but maybe yes, but in the full expression and the full thing on stage.
Well, let's see what everyone thinks.
Yeah.
Well, if I would go next, I feel like for me it's two different things depending on the context. Like when we're dancing with, my Sarah's shows or in jazz clubs or in that kind of setting, it's a certain type of show. And then sometimes when I dance with musicians in, like, with my company, with Hip Tap Project, it's I'm thinking of some of the shows where it's not it's completely different because we're telling a story within another show. I mean, it's not the same rapport with the audience. So that, for me, that influences a lot how you're working with the musicians. I'm thinking of Karim, the guitar player I used to work with a lot. Like working with him when we do performances more like, at the comedy club or the jazz club performances. I felt like I was maybe more a soloist. We're exchanging, but soloist. But in the context of a creation of a show, theatrical show, then you're building a story, you're building a piece. It's a completely different story. So that's why it's quite two different things.
I don't remember.
But it's a little off her question, I think. Because,
It was a trio.
I kind of feel the same as you. Like, it depends very on the situation and
yeah,
the approach of it. Because, as you say, like if you're creating a piece or something, it might be more of an instrument because you're building the rhythms and the language in a different way. But if I jam with musicians or things like this, I at least here in Oslo, it's not so many jams for or now
Improvisation.
it's nothing. But yes, I mean
Wow.
there's a few. But if you come in there and you do something as a tap dancer, because we're not that many, you're normally a soloist, and you come in and you do one number, and then
Of
the
course,
rest of the
of
musician jams later. So I think it depends a lot about where it is, the context of it, and
and
the
how long
approach
you
of it.
have with the musician, because in the festival context, you get 10-minute rehearsal, and then of course you have magic or you exchange, and you. But it's yeah, you become. But I don't know.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like you're always kind of an instrument because you, from the moment you're making sound, you're
We're
part
back
of
to
the
sound.
music. So I feel like it goes almost without saying. Like you always an instrument. Then is it the instrument serving the band, or is it the instrument serving the
Yeah,
purpose
but
of a story, of a show, of a through line, or is it
I think
you
since
performing for an audience? It's yeah, the context.
no, but I think since we are talking to a lot of people out there,
Hi, Annette.
whoever's there and from everywhere, I want to make clear that what I say is basically about rhythm tap dancing.
Mm.
Because I appreciate and love choreography. You know, that's how tap dancing kind of started in the films. That's Fred Astaire, that's choreography, you know. And we can't say, well, you know, well, we're the tap dancers. Evolution, you know, it's evolution. It's,
Frozen picture.
ooh, I look like I just ate my dog.
What?
No, my picture is frozen here, and the dog is like coming from the
What?
back.
You're not frozen on this side.
But thank God, because Peter, you're frozen too.
I'm frozen.
No,
We
but
have a
now I
frozen
can see you
corner.
fine. So just act normal.
No, but I think if we kind of backtrack a little bit, a whole lot of little bits, when each one first came to tap dancing, like how did you come to tap dancing? What was your first? How did you come to tap dancing? What did you feel first? We've been watching the musical comedies on film for years. Watching Fred Astaire and what's his name who stood on there? Gene Kelly. What's his name again? Sorry. The other guy. No, sorry. No, he was pretty good. Yeah, he was pretty
Sammy Davis Jr. and all these other.
good. Yeah. So I mean, but then now we're moving into musical comedy. You know, it's in its entity now. You know, specifically we say like rhythm tap, or I've even heard some people say, oh well, we do ballroom tap. I didn't ask them to explain that, because so whether they mean they do ballroom dancing and tap, I don't know. So I just let that be.
That's something else.
Yeah.
There's some more questions.
Yes,
Wow.
we have
Questions?
a lot of questions.
So
Yeah,
much people is excited today. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, come
Okay,
on, let's
so
go.
next question is from Yoshi, and she
Oh,
asks,
hi Yoshi.
yes, she says, when Jimmy danced in Tokyo some years ago, Jimmy and the band did not communicate well musically initially. He then simplified his steps dramatically and rebuilt their communication based on a very simple rhythm. Wonderful experience. Do you do anything to smoothen the communication with musicians?
Do you do anything to smooth the communication
don't
with
have that.
musicians?
Yeah.
Well,
You know, Yoshi, I'm not so sure about what you just said. So send me that question again.
So we go for the next.
About
So
Yeah, go
Yes,
for the
we go
next
for the
one.
next and we get another
Yeah.
one from Yushi. Petra says, have you ever composed and arranged your own music for a show?
I've composed one or two songs that I've used in a show, but I would say that's it personally.
Turn that with song.
give it to me.
I said,
When? For what?
When?
Which show? Like
Actually, for
details.
Unison, for the most recent show.
Ah!
I hadn't plus it wasn't even really I didn't compose it for the show. I was playing around, to be honest. I was playing around with trying to find some melodies to play with boomwhackers for a workshop. So I was singing using GarageBand, recording some voice things, and I came up with a really beautiful thing that we ended up using in the show. That we're
wow,
doing
that's
with
great.
Jeff and
That's
Dan.
great.
Will we see it sometime?
I
And you,
I
Estefanía?
hope we get to do it again.
Yeah, you did it past month in France?
Well,
at
we didn't do the
Unison?
show. No, we went. We
Okay.
were supposed to do the show, but it's postponed.
But
But we went there anyway, but not to do the show, to do cultural actions, stuff for the a mini performance. We'll say it that way. But it wasn't.
Can you eliminate Sarah and then come back to her, because this frozen image
This is a whole
really
frozen image.
horrible to look at.
So you
Let's
need
try
to
something
Doesn't
here.
matter.
eliminate Sarah.
Out!
Here.
Yeah,
Is it
there
better
you go.
now?
There you go.
Okay.
Bravo, magic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Estefanía?
that's
Estefanía.
about composing.
Me, yes, I because it's electronic music, I have my composer and we compose all the songs for the show.
Great.
Some of them they're like some covers or from indie music or maybe like more known songs and we do a cover of it, but most of them they're like brand new from zero and we go from the feeling that we want to share and from there we find the sounds that they're fitting the emotion that we want to share.
Exactly.
But yeah, and the process of creating is it's both together. It's not like saying to him, you need to do that. So we sit in the same room and we fix it. Like, I don't like the sound. I think it's better like that way, or maybe more open or maybe more close. So we had a really full process of creating music.
Wow,
Nice.
that's great.
Well, if I can speak for you, Sarah, not for you, but for the shows we do together or we did together, Jazz in Motion, it's a little bit different, but it's not composing, but it's arranging, because it's a lot of specific jazz tunes that Sarah chooses or that we use for certain numbers. So then it's working with the musicians on, an arrangement that kind of works for the show, but it's not composing per se, but arranging.
I think that's an interesting thing on how to build this kind of shows. Because I think we have a lack of information. And I think you both did like great things on this. So maybe you can talk about the process of arrangements or how to build this kind of shows and how to move them also.
I can very simply when I started tap dancing, I didn't care for it. I mean, I was not okay. Actually, basically, I just went with a girlfriend in Paris because there was a lady teaching tap dancing, French lady. And I said, tap dancing. And my friend said, come on, we'll go and do exercise. We'll dance. Okay. And we went to this place and I won't make it long, Leela. Leela doesn't want me to talk about these.
No, because we've already talked about it last week too.
Oh, well. Anyway, so what can I say?
Yes, no, but carry on.
What can I do? There's always a beginning to every damn thing. Anyway, so never mind. It's okay.
Oh. Okay. Wait, next. Who didn't answer? I'm
I
lost.
didn't answer.
Oh, is
I can answer. Yeah, I can answer. Well, my husband, he's a composer and a musician, like a multi-instrumentalist. So I did like a piece with him 4 years ago almost that I composed with him. Like I put some of the rhythms and had my own thoughts of how it was going to be and these kind of things. And I want to do that more for sure. Because it's you learn so much. Yeah, it's exciting, and you learn so much by working with somebody who hears completely different things than you. So I like to have somebody there who has their own thoughts or their own views of how they hear things. It's very interesting work.
It's true. It's true.
Yoshi has another question.
Yoshi, you have another question. Where are you?
I thought my question was ignored.
Okay, so let's
No, he's making it
go
clearer
back.
for me. Good. I hope
Do you
this
do
is-
anything to avoid
No, you have to come back.
miscommunication in music?
Yes, please.
Wait a second. I hope this is clearer. Go ahead, babe. Do you do anything to avoid miscommunication in music? To build a trust, to share an emotion, to build the same music? Or do musicians have different ideas about the same music, so the performance was horrible?
So basically, yeah. Have you ever had bad experiences with musicians?
That's happened.
Well, yes, Yoshi, I have. But it's always been when I'm maybe invited by somebody to do a number or something. I have not chosen those musicians, you know. Yes, and some musicians who do not like a tap dancer coming up there and telling them what to do. That is very present. And if you're a beginner or just a little shy or a little thing, musicians can be quite tough. Like, what? You know. But it's okay. I've been through that stage too. But I choose my own musicians as much as I can. If I'm invited to a festival and they have good musicians, I will, when we have before the show time, we always get a chance to have not a rehearsal, but a sound check. And that is so important for me because like if I'm Stockholm Tap Festival, it's like, wow, it's a lot of good dancers there, a lot of good jazz. So in my mind, I don't come there and say, oh, what shall we do now? No, I have at least 2 or 3 numbers, jazz numbers in my mind, like that I'd like to do, you know? So, I mean, if I go there with one thing and the person doesn't play it well, that's too bad for me, you know? But then I also, you get a feeling as you keep doing this, and I like certain tunes. But when I was doing this very regularly, you sort of have been through many tunes. So some you say these are too complicated to go to this. Let's just call something that they might know. I rather they know the song or the tune that we can swing together rather than them trying to keep up with me.
Yeah.
So it's just experience, no? You go. I mean, sometimes you can start.
Why?
Technical problems here? Both?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How we did it?
Let's try.
Yeah.
See if this works.
Oh,
I lost them both.
that's interesting.
Technical issues. Sorry, guys.
Well, keep trying. It will come.
That's interesting.
They left.
No. But maybe I should remove them and they come in again.
Oh,
Should I?
yes.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's interesting what they were saying.
Yes, of course. Should
So-
we, while we wait for them to come back, should we show the YouTube clip?
Oh, maybe yes.
Yes.
Yes, because
Sarah wanted us to show a bit of a dance that Leela and her did, and it's called Blues for Gregory. So while we wait for them to come back, let's look at that.
intermission was. That's amazing.
Yes.
They're back or not?
I think we still have a bit of problems. I saw them and they disappeared again. So
How?
I don't know. I saw them. Okay, I will remove them one more time. I don't know what's wrong. I saw them. So let's hope they enter again. So
It's like we needed a breathe. A breathe. A breathe.
coffee time. No, tea time.
Coffee time. Tea
Tea
time.
time.
Oh wow, that didn't happen before. Never.
No, I don't know. Maybe it's internet problems in France.
Really?
No,
No.
I have no clue.
But oh, Leela, wait. Let's test. How I do that? Wait a second. I can hear. Why it's
So I get Sarah here, but there's no picture and no sound.
Okay, they cannot get in.
That is so strange.
So
Saw them, but
they're
why
not.
is there?
That's interesting. We can like go everybody out and go everybody in the same link.
So Leela is here, but she can't see us, but she can text us. That is very interesting. I have no clue what's going on.
I was in the waiting room here, but can't see you.
Yeah.
That. Well, I think the audience will be fine if we close it and then we go back again. We saw you for a second. Yeah. We can try that thing, and everybody is like, yeah, jumping in again. If not, like, we need them. We want them.
Yeah, I will try and close them one last time. Let's see if we can figure this out.
I don't know what is the ball, but I have this.
Well, we're on it. Watch this.
I don't even remember the question, but I think it was Sarah talking about something. But I prefer she finish it.
Yes, we need to end the chain of thoughts here. For sure. So let's see what's gonna happen. If not, we try to quit the whole thing and come back again. Sorry
guys. That's
Internet
new.
is not. Oh, I see Leela. Yay!
And she's back.
Yay!
Oh, gosh.
We have no
Surreal.
clue
I
what
was like,
happened.
What is going on? How strange.
Very
Oh,
strange.
so Sarah's gone as well? Oh, shit.
Yeah, the thing is like you both freeze at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoop, and then disappear. Yeah. Oh.
And
I
then,
had a thought that it was
will,
something
I'll
with the
save this for
internet in
another day, but
France.
then I could only see myself and 3 black squares.
Hmm.
So I couldn't tell if you heard me. I was saying all kinds of silly things.
But Sarah is still not here.
So I don't know, maybe I'll tell them to
Let's see if it works
try
now.
to connect again.
Yes, it works.
Really? We made
There we
it!
go.
So guys, that was like
I was
thing.
gone
It was
too for a while. I didn't know
That was an
what
intermission.
it's
Now we're back.
Yeah, it was intermission. It was prepared. No, I'm joking. It was not prepared.
Oh no.
But oh, really? But just like wait a second. They're freeze, but they will be back. No? They look cute, by the way.
They look very cute. Like it was planned.
Let's do like a real intermission, so we close it and we go back again.
We try?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
guys.
think so.
Stay
So-
on the Tap Talk page and we will reboot. Okay?
Yep,
Let's
we'll
do it.
come back. Yes, Dinah.
Yep.